full self-driving mode. I'm Kim Commando for Oracle. In business, you're going to have better, cheaper, and faster with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Try OCI for free at oracle.com/Kim. We don't have a single absolute definitive number of deaths attributed to Tesla's full self-driving mode. Federal investigations say between 14 and 20 over the past 10 years. But that's the old news. Here's the latest. In addition to the deaths, the feds are now investigating a number of serious traffic violations linked to Teslas while self-driving. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating 58 so-called instances, including 14 crashes or fires and 23 injuries. 6 crashes occurred when Tesla's self-driving systems blew through red lights. The documentation is clear. With Tesla's self-driving mode, you are risking your life. Get my newsletter at getkim.com. In business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick 2. What if you could have all 3? That's exactly what Cohere, Thomson Reuters, and Specialized Bikes have since they upgraded to the next generation of the cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the blazing fast platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run any workload in a high-performance environment and spend less than with other clouds. How's it faster? OCI Block Storage delivers more operations per second. Cheaper, up to 50% less for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Better, in test after test, customers report lower latency and higher bandwidth versus other clouds. This is the cloud built for AI and all your biggest workloads. And right now, with zero commitment, try OCI for free. Just go to oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim, oracle.com/Kim.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
This is not only the end of a war, this is the end of an age of terror and death and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God. It's the start of a grand concord and lasting harmony for Israel and all the nations of what will soon be a truly magnificent region. I believe that so strongly. This is the historic dawn of a new Middle East.
And a historic day indeed across the world, and especially in the Middle East, as the peace accord looks like it's moving forward. Hostages freed. President Trump is in the Middle East and Egypt today. Welcome to Talkback, everyone, here on a Monday morning. I'm Al Quarterman, along with Stephen Maxwell, on this also Columbus Day.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's right. So. Why are we here? I didn't check on that. Should we even be here right now?
Of course we should be.
Should be a holiday. Should be taken off. I think we have too many holidays, they say, though.
That's what President Trump says.
That's right.
You're agreeing with Trump.
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Columbus Day is one of 12 federally recognized holidays. 12? That's crazy.
Are we literally supposed to? Maybe we shouldn't be here. I'm serious. Are kids in school?
No, I don't think so.
What the heck?
Yeah, but
we'll go home after this.
We work in the private sector, so suck it up, Buttercup.
There should be
we're here.
There should be a police jury meeting tonight too, huh? Should that be happening?
I would think so.
I'm confused. I thought federal holidays you take off. Interesting. Whatever.
Steven is not happy about this.
No, it's okay. I probably would have to come in anyway. I got to get stuff done.
If you've noticed, there are a lot of federal holidays where the rest of the world works. Columbus Day, President's Day, MLK Day. Trying to think of some others.
Well, I mean, from like a public meeting standpoint. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've worked in news for the majority of my career, so we never not work.
Right.
I mean, Christmas wasn't even a holiday.
That's true.
I'm looking forward to
But you're not in that anymore, Stephen Maxwell. You're in radio now, and you're at KSYL, and you're at Sunlight Broadcasting. So you will have the whole week off between Christmas and New Year's this year.
I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No,
take it, man.
Maybe a couple days.
Just take it. There's nothing going on during that week anyway.
Cover some things and then go back home. Just won't come in office. So,
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all got the whole week off. That's nice.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Well, you know more than I do about my own job.
Yeah, you'll have off Thursday and Friday of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which is right around your birthday.
I don't know. Do you hear that noise? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're getting some kind of bleeding audio into our feed. I don't know if people are hearing it on air, but sometimes we'll hear things in our headphones that others aren't hearing.
Well, getting off my problems of holidays, definitely good news over there in the Middle East.
Yeah.
You give props for props due, and glad that it's moving forward, and hopefully that situation can be solved. Awful what's happened the past couple of years. Too many lives lost. But hopefully they can move forward over there in that very complicated situation.
Absolutely. So a lot of coverage will be on that, with that across the national news today, as it should be. It's a very important day, and great to see it for sure. We have a lot to get to today on the show. 318-442-8255 is our phone number on the BOM Bank talk line. Wrapping up the sports weekend as well. The LSU Tigers got a win despite some turnovers. Huge game coming up this week because they travel to take on Vanderbilt. When's the last time you said that? Huge game for LSU playing at Vanderbilt.
Is Vanderbilt good?
Yeah, they're 5-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't ask for my commentary. I didn't even know Vanderbilt was good.
In the National Football League yesterday, the Saints, they show some potential, but they just got to come out of the gate a little better. They got down early in the game, I think 14-0, and then came back, had a chance, couldn't get a big play down the stretch, and ended up falling by 6 to a very good Patriots team. But they're still trying to find that groove, that rhythm. They're 1-5, but we'll see what they do the rest of the year.
They're going to find that groove to the first pick in the draft.
Yeah, that's the way it's
That's
going.
what they should do.
Yeah, possibly.
And then the Cowboys.
Your Cowboys lost to the Panthers.
Yeah.
And now the
Rico Dowdle.
Panthers actually have a better record than the Cowboys.
I don't think the Cowboys are that good, man. I said that at the beginning of the year.
You
They have a
mentioned
good offense.
Rico Dowdle, former Cowboys running back, who the last 2 weeks has just gone off. He's become a fantasy football stud.
Mm-hmm.
And all of us are kicking ourselves for not picking him up.
Well, this was his revenge game, so.
Yeah, that's what they were calling it. The revenge game.
And I don't know, like most of Dallas is like Rico Dowdle. Like we knew who he was, but
Yeah,
it wasn't like Micah Parsons or anything, you know.
yeah.
I know what you want to get to, so just get to it.
What?
Come
I don't know what
I know
you're
what you want to
talking
talk about. Go ahead.
What?
And I'm happy for you. So let's talk about it.
The Packers won?
No. Baseball.
Oh,
Baseball.
baseball. That's right. What's
Playoffs.
going on? Playoffs. So the American League Championship Series last night, Game 1 goes to Seattle. They gave up a leadoff homer in the bottom of the first inning and then only gave up one more hit the rest of the game.
Wow.
And got the win over the hometown Blue Jays. And then there's the National League Championship Series. It starts tonight in Milwaukee.
You nervous? You are.
The Cubs had to fly the L on Saturday.
How did it turn out? Was it like a last-minute thing or last inning thing, or?
No, the Brewers got a solo home run in the bottom of the first, took a 1-0 lead. Cubs came back, hit a solo home run, tied it. And then the Brewers got 2 more solo home runs, one from Andrew Vaughn and one from Bryce Terang. And they won 3-1. So it was nervous, but it wasn't. I felt like we had it all. I really did. I felt like they would either win in 3 or 5, and they won in 5. Cubs are a really, really good team. I mean, that team won 92 games this year, and they're so evenly matched with the Brewers. And then you have the whole dynamic of the former Brewers manager is the manager of the Cubs. He left Milwaukee, his hometown, to take more money to manage the arch rival team. That has not sat very well with the Brewers fans.
I can imagine.
So there were a lot of memes out there of the L flag with Craig Counsell's face on it.
There you go. Well, I'm glad y'all won. I saw the score Sunday morning, and
Thanks. I know you were concerned.
no, I was. I woke up kind of like I was like, oh man, I was afraid they were going to lose, and you're going to be sad Monday. And
Oh, I would have been.
It's going to ruin the show.
I would have been bummed, but I just put any negative thoughts out of my head and all positive thoughts Saturday.
You think you have any chance in this one?
Whew, it's going to be tough. I mean, the Dodgers are now they're playing like the Dodgers. I mean, the crazy thing is, okay, let's just take their starting rotation, the 4 pitchers they'll use in the series. You're talking about Blake Snell in game 1. I'm not sure who they're going with. 2, maybe Ohtani. And then you have Yamamoto and you have Tyler Glasnow. Any of those 4 would be the best pitcher on most teams in baseball. Any of those 4 are probably better, or at least equivalent to the Brewers' top starter, Freddie Peralta. But after that, it's kind of a crapshoot. So they've been using a lot of what they call the bullpen games, where you just have guys throw for 2 or 3 innings. And that's actually working fairly well right now. So I imagine they'll continue to go with that. And then even the Brewers manager, Pat Murphy, said if you were to go around the whole lineup, there might not be one position where the Brewers would have an edge over the Dodgers as far as players that you would take over the guys that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, this is a David versus Goliath matchup. And then you look at the salary structure. The Brewers team's salary is $122 million combined. The Dodgers are close to $400 million.
Golly. And
that's not considering what they call deferred money. They have a lot of deferred money on their contracts, which if it were real, they would be closer to $1 billion in payroll. They have to pay a luxury tax when you go over a certain amount, and their luxury tax is like $150 million. So their luxury tax is higher than the Brewers' whole roster. It just kind of shows the discrepancies in baseball right now that they need to fix somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they ever will. It also shows money doesn't always make the difference. But the Brewers are just that rare organization where they're able to take guys who've been put on the scrap heap and give them new life. Andrew Vaughn, their first baseman, who hit a home run in Game 5, for example, he was in the minor leagues when they had a pitcher. The Brewers had a pitcher around July that came back off the IL, and he was a starter. Well, they said, you're going to have to go to the bullpen because we have our rotation set. So he said, fine, I want to be traded. So they traded him to the White Sox, the lowly White Sox, for this guy, Andrew Vaughn, who they figured would just be depth in AAA. Well, their first baseman gets hurt. They call him up, and he becomes Babe Ruth. I mean, it's incredible.
Golly.
So he's had a great, great year for them.
Change of scenery can help.
Yeah, so it's just, the Brewers going into the year, they had lost their best closer, Devin Williams. They had to trade him away. They lost their star shortstop, Willie Adames, signed a huge contract with the Giants. The year before that, they had lost Corbin Burns, their Cy Young pitcher. They had lost their manager. They had lost their general manager to the Mets, so he could go there and sign Juan Soto to a massive contract. It was like, how are we doing this? How is this happening?
So you didn't think you were going to be a playoff team at the beginning of the year?
Nobody did.
No.
Nope. They were picked for like 4th in the division.
Wow.
And they just, their manager calls them a bunch of no-name guys.
You might do it.
Yeah.
You might do it.
But it's team, and I think, honestly, the death of Bob Uecker has rallied the city and the team together. I mean, his influence is still present everywhere. Even in the post-game celebration, when they took the picture on the field, they had a Bob Uecker flag. I mean, they're playing for each other, but they always regularly talk about how they're playing for him, which is really cool.
I hope the best. I've sounded like this before, too. I start bringing the supernatural into it, hoping it's going to make the difference.
The Cowboys?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean,
this is what they did exactly 30 years ago, and they're doing the same kind of football, and bam. Heartbreak. So I hope the best for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. And yes, I'm wearing my Brewers jersey, and I'm going to wear this one or another one every day until the World Series is over. And I know what you're saying, but what if they lose before they're not? I'm putting that out of my head. So I'm planning for the next close to 3 weeks wearing a Brewers jersey every day.
They're a scrappy group of kids over there in Milwaukee.
They're hungry.
They're hungry for some bratwurst and some W's.
It would be cool if they play the Mariners in the World Series. So
why?
The franchise started in Seattle in 1969.
Did it?
They were the Seattle Pilots. And
I want Blue Jays. I would like to see the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Blue Jays haven't been in the World Series since 93. I think
it's been a hot minute, I think.
Yeah, they have a nice team.
Blue Jays Brew Crew. There you go.
Yeah.
How would you feel if a Canadian team beat you in the World Series?
That would be so un-American.
Not only did you let down Milwaukee, but America.
Let the whole country down. We'll see what happens. Oh, oops, you okay?
I just kicked the thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, thought you hit your knee, maybe.
No.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with more Talkback right after this.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The Trump administration opened the door for a potential trade truce with China just days after the president announced an additional 100% tariff on that nation that sent stocks tumbling on Friday. The New York Stock Exchange is open for trading today and futures soaring this morning. Dow futures jumping 310 points, S&P futures rising 1.1%. On Friday, the Dow plunged 879 points. Lyft has ended a test that showed some drivers how often a passenger tips. The rideshare company began the experiment last month. News of the pilot triggered lots of backlash on social media from some Lyft users. However, Lyft is still continuing a test that shows drivers information about how often prospective passengers are ready for pickup. And Amazon is hiring 250,000 people this holiday season. Full and part-time workers can earn an average of $23 an hour with benefits. Roles will be posted weekly on hiring.amazon.com. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Have a ghoulishly good time Friday, October 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Tales Along the Bayou, Rapids Parish Library's annual storytelling spooktacular. Enjoy live music from Brian and Terry Kinder, Not So Scary Stories by master storyteller Sylvia Yancey Davis, plus trick-or-treating, food, and frightfully fun activities for the whole family. Don't miss this eerie evening under the stars at the Kent House. For more info, creep over to rpl.org.
So we're starting out a beautiful week of weather. Good morning. Sunny skies at our Monday. 87 will be the afternoon high. Winds pretty much light and variable throughout the day. Tonight, clear skies down to 56 for the overnight low. And on Tuesday, another beautiful day with sunny skies. Afternoon highs near 89. Looks great for us now through the end of the week. From the Zenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Now back to Talkback, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we're back. Alan Stephen with you. I'm not hearing the audio anymore.
We're good now.
Okay.
Let me know if you hear some background conversations.
Yeah,
We'll fix it.
I think we're good. All right, one last point on this. So Blake Snell, who's starting tonight for the Dodgers, makes $36.4 million a year. That's more than the entire Brewers pitching staff for this series, about $22 million.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
All right,
It's,
so we're bringing our slingshot.
We need to equalize the caps for baseball.
Make baseball great again.
We would like to say that, not to change the subject here, happy birthday to my wife. Today is her birthday.
It's her birthday today.
And
Wow.
exciting stuff. I know she's not listening. She's not into news talk radio, but happy
So we
birthday.
have that in common. And my wife's birthday is Wednesday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Very nice. It was
Wow.
fun whenever my wife's birthday was on Friday the 13th. That was cool.
Yeah.
So
It was
we
a little scary.
well, we went yesterday for her like little birthday date thing. We got a babysitter and she wanted to go to the movies and eat sushi. So we got sushi and then we went to the movies, and I like scary movies.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Yeah.
But the only good movie right now, in my opinion, was The Conjuring Last Rite. One of the best. It's the bookend to one of the best horror series of all time. And I thought it was fantastic. Great movie. She was a little on the fence about it, but she said it was pretty good. But we ran into our friend Jace at the theater, Al, and he's like, "Hey man," I was like, "Hey," he's like, "We're gonna go see that Angel Studios, what is it, Soul on Fire?" And he's like, "Is that what y'all seeing?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go see the Demon movie." He started laughing.
Now we know where you're going.
Yeah, it was good though. It was a good movie. Fantastic. You should watch that series, Al. It's pretty good.
Yeah, maybe.
If you like that kind of stuff, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Kind of corny, but
really, yeah,
not corny bad, but it's yeah.
Oh. I know we have some people that have been trying to call in. I just noticed there was a setting off on our phone bank, so try again. 318-442-8255 BOM Bank talk line. Yeah, Angel Studios is putting on a lot of good movies, and usually if I go to them or I get to watch them, they usually land around like the 6 or 7. It's amazing how much.
You know what freaks me out? Because I thought about that yesterday when you can pick your seats at the Grand now.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do 6 or 7. And then I thought about what you were saying. I changed it to 9 or 10.
It's incredible how much that comes up. It's really bizarre.
I still don't get it.
It's just,
but now I think about it.
It's stupid and doesn't mean anything, but it's what the kids say. And if you get somebody to say it, then they all laugh and snicker. So sometimes I'll do it purposely.
So,
but every once in a while, it's like a natural thing.
I guess so. What is it? What is that thing where you think about it all the time and it pops up more?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Conscious awareness.
I guess so.
Or whatever. But it's kind of like our brain has its own algorithm.
We're probably in a simulation, and none of this really matters.
That could be. Wow, we're getting deep.
What is that? What is that
philosophy now?
Yeah, what is that metaphysical philosophy where you might be the only one that's real and everything else is a figment of your imagination? I forgot what that's called.
I don't know. Maybe we have a philosopher out there.
Solipsism. What is it called?
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead. 6 or 7?
6 or 7. No, I was saying that the Angel Studio movies are usually they're decent. They're decent.
The Chosen was good entertainment. Isn't that Angel Studios?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I haven't watched too much of that at all.
I mean, for like I don't know about the authenticity of it or anything, but for like entertainment perspective, it wasn't bad.
There's an Angel Studio movie that's coming out pretty soon. It's about Nazi Germany and the guy that was kind of speaking out against it. That looks pretty good.
Okay. So yeah, they said it was Soul on Fire or something. I don't know.
Soul on Fire.
The new movie.
All that in a Man on Fire.
If I go to the movies, I want to see something like really outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be entertained.
I want to be entertained.
Are you not
people.
entertained?
It was that or Tron, and Tron looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I would watch it.
All right. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Well, just out of curiosity, do either of you know of Tom Aswell, an investigative reporter who writes books about politicians?
Not so much. About Louisiana politicians?
Yeah, he was a newspaper man all over the state. I guess he's retired now.
Okay.
Primarily from the Ruston area. But anyway, I wound up with a copy of his book about Louisiana rogue sheriffs. And I think that's the title of the thing. It's Aswell, Aswell. But anyway, did you know that our current governor at one time was a deputy sheriff?
I knew he was in law enforcement. I knew he'd been a state trooper, I thought, but I didn't know that.
He's a deputy in St. Martin Parish.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, his early job as a deputy was rather interesting. And I won't say anything other than if you're interested, if listeners are interested, they can look up Tom Aswell in his book about rogue sheriffs. But apparently, Governor Landry did not was not a stellar deputy.
Okay. All right. Interesting. I'm looking at his website. It's called LouisianaVoice.com. And if his headlines are any indication, he's definitely left of center.
He is concerned
he must be a liar, then.
I'm just saying.
He's concerned about impropriety at high levels. And if you do read any of his books, you'll probably find detailed discussions that are definitely legitimate about our people. That reminds me of currently UL Lafayette is having some issues with the budget that's about $25 million in the red.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, the president is being sort of cashiered out, but his contract doesn't end until June of next year, 2026.
Okay.
And the amount of compensation that he'll receive during that period would go significantly toward reducing that shortfall.
Okay. Wow.
And that reminds me of the current president of the UL system, who at one time was the author of Bobby Jindal's gold standard ethics bill. And then when it came time to evaluate the charges against him, it was determined that that was under the old ethics bill, which was grandfathered in, so he was free to go, so to speak. Wow. And where did he go? He went to Grambling. And as most people know, Grambling has been underwater in terms of its budget forever. So he apparently didn't improve the situation monetarily at Grambling. And what was his reward? When the current president, or the emeritus president of UL, who had been president of the UL system, took the job at UL, the fellow at Grambling, based on all of his wonderful work as a legislator and an academician, became president of the UL system. And that kind of chain of things makes people get somewhat cynical about how our system works.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
But anyway, and of course, I guess that channels into what's going on with our carbon capture situation. So what else is new?
True. All right. Well, thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
You know, it was solipsism. I was right.
Solipsism.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking of it. The kids are in school today, at least in Rapides Parish.
Yes, that's true. Wait, what does it have to do with solipsism?
I just didn't want to forget. And as he was talking about a former school president getting money, how would you like to be a fired college football head coach? Kind of like James Franklin, the Penn State coach. The amount of money he's going to be getting until 2031 averages 25 cents a second, $15.22 a minute, $913 an hour, almost $22,000 a day, nearly $158,000 per week, or $666,000 per month until 2031.
Oh my gosh.
So you say you want to fire your football coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Must be nice, right?
He makes Ed Orgeron look like a pauper.
Must be poor.
All right, we'll come back with more calls after this.
KSYL.
Ready for the ultimate game day? This football season, Southern Air and LSU Athletics want you as the Southern Air fan of the game. Each week, one lucky winner scores 4 LSU home game tickets, VIP hospitality, pregame sideline access, and the chance to cheer on the Tigers. Plus, all winners are entered to win a brand new side-by-side at season's end. Enter now at southernairnow.com or Southern Air's Facebook page. Southern Air, cooling, heating, plumbing, and generators. Learn more at southernairnow.com. Go Tigers.
Great news, everybody. Karen is back at Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express, located right there at the intersection of North MacArthur Drive and Bayou Rapides Road. Hungry for breakfast? Karen will hook you up with biscuits, croissants, subs, and all the hot coffee you can handle. Just stop by any weekday morning from 6 a.m. till 9 and get your day started right. It's breakfast just the way you like it. Fresh, hot, and satisfying. Now I'm hungry. At Wilmore's Mobile and Sub Express on MacArthur Drive at Bayou Rapides Road.
Is your website accessible to everyone? If it's not WCAG compliant, you could be excluding customers and opening yourself up to lawsuits. At Kinetics, we build and optimize websites that meet WCAG accessibility standards, helping you serve more people, convert more customers, and stay compliant with ADA guidelines. Don't risk it. Get your free website accessibility assessment today at kinetics.solutions. That's kinetics.solutions. Kinetics, where smart marketing works.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, October 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. Talk back.
All right, we're back with you, Alan Stephen. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for taking my call. I love when that last caller calls in because he always brings sentient points and he backs them up and he always gives us something to think about for the rest of the day. But I want to take exception with one thing he said. He said, the improprieties he outlined should cause us to be a little cynical about our system, or we could understand if we're cynical about this. I think it should be the opposite. I think we should be thankful because what he and many of your other excellent callers call in, what they prove over and over again is the fallibility of humans. And when you deal, in science, when you deal with a corrupted and a corruptible medium, you almost never get good results. Yet we're about to celebrate 250 years of quality of life that the planet has ever known. Never, ever. And our system, by our system, I know he was speaking mainly predominantly about the sheriffs and then our educational system. But I think our system goes from the police, jury, on all the way up to the president. They came up with overlapping checks and balances on what they knew was going to happen. That, people are corruptible. And when you give them power, if a police officer walked into that room with you two guys right now, he would have a badge on his chest and a gun on his hip, and that badge gives him the authorization to use that gun on you if he so deems necessary. That's amazing power. Yet we don't see it abused very often. Our governor may not have been a great deputy. I don't know, but most of the deputies are great. Most of them are wonderful. And when you think of an entity, the more wealth it has, the more corruptible people are drawn to it. And a brother that comes to our church, he's been ministering on this little island called Laganoff off the coast of Haiti for 10 or 15 years. And they are so poor that they have no crime. They have no crime. If somebody steals, the rest of the people of that village, they beat them to death because everybody's on the verge of starvation. So when you steal, you're taking someone's life. And if gangsters from Haiti, sometimes they'll sneak over there to try to hide from other bad guys that they've wronged. Well, they pile tires up on them and they burn them. Because they can't tolerate any corrupting influence because they're living on the edge of survival. We have the most wealth, and yet we haven't turned into Russia or what we see in China or the Middle East, where it's nothing but conniving and backbiting. And when one guy gets into power, he kills all the other guys that might rival him. I appreciate what the caller brought to our attention, and we should definitely look into anything. We should expect corruption. Anytime anybody has power, we should expect corruption and then applaud him when he's not corrupt, he or she. But we should also be thankful that, my goodness, 250 years. No documents have come close to what our founding documents have given us. We're a young country, but for the documents, for a man to put his fallible mind to paper and come up with a set of rules that have worked so long, so well, and given us so much, I marvel at the grace of God expressed in those guys. And we live in the blessing of it. So anyways, thanks for letting me speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it as always. And again, you still have some time to get in here at 318-442-8255. So there was an election over the weekend.
Who?
A what?
What?
We did have a couple of races in Rapides Parish. One was for the town of Cheneyville alderman, which was won by Sheila Brown with 83% of the 66 votes that were cast. She won 55-11. And the town of Glenmora alderman won by Matt Cloud. He got 124 votes, 72% of the 173 votes that were cast. Both of those races were right around 20% turnout. Meanwhile, down in Orleans Parish, where the city of New Orleans is located, they had some pretty important races. One for sheriff, one for mayor. For sheriff, Susan Hudson, you're gone. Michelle Woldfork defeated her, getting 53% of the vote. Hudson, who's had a little bit of a turbulent term, lost with only 17% in that one. In the mayor's race, former WDSU reporter Helena Moreno is your new mayor of New Orleans. She got 55% of the vote on Saturday. Voter turnout was about 40%. I guess that's decent.
It's not bad.
Yeah, decent. But you'd think for a mayor's race, but it is what it is.
I was shocked to see it 40%.
Yeah. 105,000 people showed up to vote. There was only one Republican in that race. He got 2% of the vote.
Yeah, it's New Orleans.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, Moreno is a former reporter with WDSU, and she's also been a New Orleans City Council member. She will succeed LaToya the Destroyer Cantrell, who ends a turbulent second term, shadowed by federal corruption charges. Let's see, I'm looking through an article here. Cantrell was not able to run again because of term limits, was the first female mayor in the city's 300-year history. In August, she was indicted over what federal prosecutors say was a years-long scheme to hide a romantic relationship with her former bodyguard. Moreno's campaign had raised more than $3.4 million, more than any other candidate, and her platform focuses on promoting public safety, economic development, and improved city services. Moreno was actually born in Mexico, moved to the U.S. when she was 8, arrived in New Orleans as a TV reporter before switching into politics, became a state representative in 2010, and won election as a council member in 2017.
Huh.
Yep.
I knew she was a reporter back in the day.
Yeah. Politically, also very left of center. She's been asked about, for example, the notion that there could be federal troops in New Orleans. She's opposed to it.
Yeah. I mean,
when you look at her positions, they're typical of what you would see in someone who's left of center. So we'll see if that works for New Orleans this time.
I just don't know. I really don't know much about New Orleans politics. I've seen her before.
If she's not corrupt, that would be a great start. And I don't think she will be. I think she seems to be a person with, she has strong convictions on her beliefs. And from everything I've known about her, does seem to be a person of integrity. So at least that would be great for New Orleans, to have a mayor who truly cares about the people of the city, hopefully, and wanting to make the city better. That's a good start right there.
I like some things about New Orleans. Not a huge New Orleans guy, but
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but there's some good things about it.
Right,
of course.
Right. Yeah, and she's somebody I think that really seemed to connect with the citizens of the city. So I wish her the best. I hope she can make New Orleans great again.
Great again,
to coin a phrase, because it has potential to be a great place to visit, but there's just a lot about it when you go down there that you're just like, and crime to me is number one. I don't feel safe going down there. I just feel creeped out when I'm there.
I've been down there a lot.
Yeah.
I think the state that I was in, I wasn't worried about crime too much, but there are some places they said you shouldn't go to, but I've always felt okay, I guess. But obviously it's very crime-ridden.
Yep. All right, we need to take a break.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics.
This is Dr. Jonathan Hunter. At the clinics, your health is our priority. Whether it's a routine checkup or ongoing care, we are here for you. Dr. Noah Miller, our newest family medicine physician, along with 5 other dedicated family physicians, are now accepting new patients. Schedule your appointment today. And remember, if you're ever admitted to the hospital, our doctors will see you there too. Most insurance and Medicare are accepted. The Clinics, 1587 North Bolton, 445-9823, online at theclinics.us.
Central Louisiana has what it takes. Strong workforce, perfect location, and a legacy of getting things done. That's why Beaver Lake Renewable Energy is producing clean fuel in Pineville, investing $2.5 billion, bringing 1,100 construction jobs, 600 permanent jobs, and millions in local tax revenue. Made here, powered by us. Visit BeaverLakeEnergy.com and see how we're putting
Got a big
Central
day ahead of you?
Louisiana back
Then
on
it's
the map.
best to fuel up with some of Cenla's best at Bricato's restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt in your mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricato's Restaurant, 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
I have nothing to do.
Looking for something to do?
Listen up, Cenla.
Take a trip back in time at the 5th Annual Southern Forest Heritage Museum Fall Fest in Longleaf. On Saturday the 18th, everyone's invited for live blacksmithing, Model T rides, free museum tours, food and craft vendors, and more.
Have a spooktacular time at the Pineville Family Fall Fest, Thursday, October 23rd at the Ward 9 Sports Complex. It's free. Enjoy a petting zoo, jumpers, hot dogs, and candy for everyone. Starts at 6.
If you're 55 and up, come to the Halloween Trunk or Treat, Thursday the 30th at Magnolia Baptist Church, presented by Rapides Council on Aging. Stop by from 11 till 2 for free refreshments, fun, and info.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenla Broadcasting.
AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3, HD3, Alexandria.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. All eyes were on President Trump after all 20 living hostages were returned to Israel this morning, and hundreds of Palestinian prisoners were released from Israeli jails and taken to Gaza as part of Mr. Trump's ceasefire plan. CBS's Stacey Lynn monitored his speech to the Israeli Knesset.
The long and painful nightmare is finally over.
The well over an hour-long speech served as his victory lap for orchestrating the peace plan.
It's an incredible triumph for Israel and the world to have all of these nations working together.
Bringing home the hostages.
Against all odds, we have done the impossible and brought our hostages home.
And hopefully bringing peace to the entire Middle East.
Palestinians have hopes their lives will improve. Correspondent Deborah Patta.
The ceasefire deal is a lifeline for Gaza. Desperately needed aid can finally flow into the territory to help ease the dire humanitarian crisis. Days on from the start of the ceasefire, Gazans, deprived of basic necessities for so long, they are battling for every scrap.
The hostage group says the bodies of 4 of the remaining 28 dead Israeli hostages will be returned Monday. In the U.S., the Senate returns tomorrow to try to break the deadlock over a spending plan and end the government shutdown. It's day 13, and making ends meet is getting tougher for furloughed employees. Here's Torian Small.
Affected TSA agents, FAA agents, members of the Border Control, and military people. President Trump recently said that he has directed his Department of Defense secretary to redirect funds in order to pay troops.
A nor'easter tearing up the East Coast right now. Flooding's washed over a huge portion of the Virginia coastline. Both New Jersey and New York are under states of emergency. This woman in New York City.
I literally went food shopping and I came back in a taxi and there was a tree on my car.
Police in South Carolina are still looking for suspects after a mass shooting at a bar near the Georgia state line. WSCS TV's Caroline Spikes.
The shooting happened at Willie's Bar and Grill on St. Helena Island. Hundreds were reportedly there, including a 2002 high school class reunion group. 4 victims were pronounced dead at the scene, while 4 others were taken to an area hospital to be treated for critical injuries.
No word on a motive. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive. See why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real, and I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Sean Burns. New Orleans has a new mayor-elect. City Councilwoman Helena Moreno received 55% of the vote in Saturday's election, defeating State Senator Royce Duplessis and fellow council member Oliver Thomas to avoid a runoff. During the campaign, Moreno said she would improve public safety, enhance economic development, and improve city services.
I want you who've been just so frustrated to just hold on. Just hold on. Because we're about to take the city in a whole new direction so that you can always call New Orleans home.
The 10th-ranked LSU Tigers improved to 5-1 Saturday with a 20-10 win over South Carolina. The Bayou Bengals' struggling offense had 420 yards of total offense, but 2 turnovers at the 1-yard line prevented this game from being a blowout. Coach Brian Kelly.
We have to be cleaner in the scoring zone. 3 times inside the 5 to come up with 3. Those things are catastrophic. We clean those up, we're moving in the right direction.
LRN.
You too could have a beautiful smile in as little as 12 weeks. Exclusive to Today's Dental in Pineville. Virtual Align Clear Aligners. The fastest, most convenient, affordable way to straighten your teeth for people on the go. Plus, they're invisible. No one will know you're doing it. Experience the virtual Align difference. Call Today's Dental at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. 448-4540.
So we're starting out a beautiful week of weather. Good morning. Sunny skies on our Monday. 87 will be the afternoon high. Winds pretty much light and variable throughout the day. Tonight, clear skies down to 56 for the overnight low. And on Tuesday, another beautiful day with sunny skies. Afternoon highs near 89. Looks great for us now through the end of the week. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations,
Someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
All right, we're back for hour number 2 on your Monday. Al Quartermont, Stephen Maxwell, our number 318-442-8255. A lot of things to still get to today. If you missed our first half hour or so, 40 minutes, talked a little sports, talked a little what's going on in Israel today with the peace accord. We talked about the new mayor for the city of New Orleans, also a new sheriff, as Sheriff Hudson is out. Talk about an embattled career. My goodness. Remember after she won her sheriff's race, she threw herself a party called A New Hope?
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
And, of course, she's in charge of the Orleans Parish Jail, which we had the major breakout. Then there was another incident where they released the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a mess. So she's gone. Helena Moreno, as we mentioned, is the new mayor for the city of New Orleans.
Both not big surprises there, from what we've been told via the news.
Yeah. But actually, the turnout, I was reading during the break, was the highest turnout they've had for a municipal election since Ray Nagin won mayor in 2002, I believe that was.
I was about to say 40% is.
Yeah, normally they're around.
They
said they're around 29 to 33%.
But Moreno won that outright, so that was a primary.
Yep.
So
yeah,
they're calling it Mandate Moreno.
Mandate Moreno,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So we shall see. Like Landry did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I hope she's successful in terms of that city around. Let's go to the phones again on Talkback. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Well, you all did listen to the acceptance speech of Mayor-elect Moreno, obviously. But I did. I heard most of it. I tell you, it sounds like a Hillary Clinton clone times 2.
Yeah. I know she leans left of center. That's for sure.
Well, even when she speaks, her voice sounds like Hillary Clinton. And you know where she's coming from as to what she stands for. All you got to do is look around and see the people surrounding her. It's pretty obvious. Anything's better than LaToya the Destroyer, but I don't see this city going forward in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Yeah, we'll have to. I'm sure I can find some clips at least, and I could probably find more of the video.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Let's go to another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
I want to put in a plug for Dustin Gaspard. Dustin is from Cow Island, Louisiana, and he's on The Voice, 7:00 on Monday night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I'd never heard of Cow Island, but he said he wrestled alligators, and so I like to support the people of Louisiana.
Huh. And that's on The Voice, you said tonight?
The Voice, he started on September the 22nd.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it then because it's not something I do. But anyway, friends told me about it, and all 4 of the judges wanted to pick him for their team, which my friends tell me is quite unusual. Reba McEntire, Michael Bublé, Snoop Dogg, and a new kid. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, Louisiana is an interesting place, isn't it, Al?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And we've had a number of voices, if you will, that have come through on shows like The Voice, America's Got Talent. What's the big one, Stephen? The big
American Idol.
American Idol. There you go. We've had a number of Louisiana people that have come through those various platforms and have gone on to a lot of success.
Well, John Foster won second, and everybody thought he should have gotten first, but you know how that is.
Yeah.
And Wilbur Carmouche down in Voiles Parish got him to be the Grand Marshal along with Tommy McLean. And Wilbur told me, he said, "Ann, I'm trying to do the very young and the very old, which I thought was typical of Wilbur Karma. She's quite creative and a blessing for all of us, especially of Oils Parish, you know. But anyway, I just thought everybody liked to listen in. Awesome. Justin J.O. Gaspard is his name.
Okay. Well, thank you for the heads up on that. We appreciate it.
Okay, now y'all keep doing what you do. I love your program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nice of you to say that. And again, our number 318-442-8255. All right, I found the victory speech for Helena Moreno after she was elected as New Orleans mayor. She is mayor-elect, you could say. And let's just listen to a little bit of this.
Thank you. Thank you, New Orleans. I am overwhelmed, and I just want to thank every single person who came out and voted. I really want to start tonight, though, by thanking God up above. Because there is no way, right, Barbara, that we could have done this without his steady hand on this campaign. No doubt. I really want to thank my amazing team. What a team. What's up, Michelle? I see you. To my amazing volunteers, to my interns, to the interns. That's right. To my family, and of course, to my amazing husband, Chris. But more than anything, of course, I want to thank you, the people of New Orleans, because you are ready to take our city in a new direction. Tonight is a good night, no doubt about it. You know, we are definitely now moving forward toward change, which is what, of course, we all want, right? Toward becoming a city that works. Toward becoming a city where we can all thrive, where opportunities are not just for some, but for everyone. And we have fought hard to get here. But I'll tell you this, I really hope that you are not weary, because the hard work is actually just ahead. As I mentioned before, this campaign has really been about moving our city in a new direction, because we can't keep doing things the same way and expect to have different results. That's why my administration will work with urgency, coordination, and collaboration to deliver for the people of New Orleans. To deliver Super Bowl services for the people of New Orleans year-round, that's right, because it shouldn't take guests coming in town for the city to finally get itself together. Let's face it, we really are at a pivotal point right now. We are losing population fast because of lack of opportunity, lack of affordability, and because it is just too hard to live here. So bottom line, we cannot afford to fail, and I will not fail you. New Orleans, we are such an amazing city. We are one of the most amazing cities in the world. It is our culture and our people that actually makes us so special. We are a diverse city that gives and offers so much, but sometimes it feels like we are left with very little. It is my responsibility as mayor to now grow opportunity in our city. And let me be very clear, I'll stop at nothing to create high-paying jobs, amplify our small businesses and our Black-owned businesses, support our culture bearers, and provide a dedicated team at City Hall to ensure underserved areas like New Orleans finally get the attention it deserves. You know, we have seen some division during this campaign season. Right. But as you all know, I've always been someone who has been about bringing people together and about building broad coalitions. So tonight, let's come together. Let's start to come together as a city, because together we can accomplish so much. I look forward to working with our new city council in partnership to get things done. I welcome their help, their input as we come together to find solutions to our most persistent problems. I look forward to working with our New Orleans delegation and our state legislature on a strategic plan to ensure that our city gets the resources that it needs. Many of you all in this room know that the preparation and the decision to run for mayor, that it was not something that I took lightly, because to be a good mayor, you have to be a 24/7 mayor. So tonight, you, the people of New Orleans, become my number one priority. And I take this responsibility very seriously. That is why I am so grateful to, once again, my husband, Chris, for his full support. Because with no hesitation, he and my family that's here with me tonight said, Helena, go and do this for the city of New Orleans. To my parents, Felix and Nancy, who are with me tonight, they always taught me to never give up and to always give back. I want to thank you all so much for your love and guidance. Thank you, Margarita. And now I really want to take a moment to recognize the more than a dozen candidates who ran for mayor. Because
all right, well, we'll stop there. But yeah, Helena Moreno, she was making reference to her husband, Chris, did a little research during that. Christopher Meeks is her husband, and he apparently has a background in real estate and investing and such. She's 47, he's 68. He had a previous marriage with 3 now adult children. And let's see. Yeah, he was a stockbroker, analyst in the oil and gas industry, and now is a real estate agent. So he's now the first guy for the city of New Orleans.
She does sound just like Hillary.
She does.
I don't know if
she was even wearing a pantsuit. So.
No, she does sound just like her.
Yeah,
definitely. I don't know about policy-wise, but sounds like her. But yeah, I hope New Orleans thrives.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll take a break. More Talkback coming up.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 18 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
Oh, this party is a blast. Thanks. The community center here at England Airport has been so easy to work with. They let me pick my own caterer, decorator, and DJ, and they handle the rest. I definitely recommend them for your upcoming 40th birthday party. You mean the 29th?
Make your special occasion more memorable. Book the community center at England Airport. For availability and details on rental agreements and event planning services, visit englandairpark.org.
Blended families, bonus children, and co-parenting can bring amazing experiences, but it can also be overwhelming and complicate your estate plan. How can families navigate the process when entering into this wonderful journey? I'm George Fine with Fine Legal Services. When it comes to your family's questions, our team can make planning for the future seamless and transparent. Call your Alexandria, Louisiana attorneys, George Fine and Jeremy Cedars, at 318-767-2226 to learn more, or visit fine-lawyers.com.
LSBA number LA2316294.
A message from Israel Air Conditioning and Heating.
Yeah, my mama, she told me to pick up and call Israel Air.
She told me Israel Air. She told me.
She said they'll come running with comfort beyond compare.
At a very fair price.
Because you know we're all about your comfort, no troubles. Call 442-6657. That's 442-6657. We're all about your comfort,
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BON Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BON Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, welcome back here, everyone, on Talk Back on your Monday, the 13th, the birthday of Ida Maxwell.
Yeah, happy birthday, wife. I know she's not listening, but...
You're not going to say how old she is.
29.
Wow. Her last year in her 20s.
Yeah. Whether it's her last hoorah.
I don't enjoy that.
Till you start breaking down like me and Getting old.
It is interesting growing old together with somebody.
Sure.
As I know a lot of our audience probably can relate to. It's just a unique experience. That's all I can say.
Yeah. We're all just enjoying life till we're dead.
Okay, that's one way of putting it.
I told her I didn't start losing my hair till I got married and hit 30 and start slowing down and everything.
Yeah, it's like every 5 or so years you start noticing something's not working like it used to, or something's falling apart, or something's falling off. It's just
what's falling off, Al?
Your hair.
Oh, the hair, yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. You have those good genes, huh?
Yes, just like Sydney Sweeney.
They should put you on a Blue Jean
American
commercial.
Eagle commercial.
I have good genes.
I need to be in some kind of old guy hair commercial.
What is that? Total T? You could be like a Total T guy or something.
Oh gosh. I'm a spokesman for Total Testosterone.
Take a blood sample. I have more testosterone than
when
anybody.
I listen to Moscona's show in the afternoon, I mean, some of his sponsors are just right in that lane, you know. So some of his commercial reads, I just kind of crack up. That's cool that he can get through it. Hey, I want to remind you while we have a moment, coming up 2 weeks from today, the North Rapids Business and Industry Alliance meeting, Monday, October 27th. They'll be welcoming Commissioner and Chairman of the Louisiana Public Service Commissioner, Mike Francis, as special guest. He'll provide an update on electricity rates, potential CLECO sale, other key issues affecting our local public utilities. Of course, they'll have their regular speeches from local elected types, mayors and such. So that's coming up 2 weeks from today. That'll be at the Granbury Conference Center on the campus of Louisiana Christian University. So write it in your schedule, Stephen.
Got it. They usually remind me before anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm going to come.
That's true. All right, let's go to the phones again. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
You were talking about health care on Friday, and I was trying to call, but I got... Anyway, I'm on Medicare, and I thought you'd find this interesting. You get a summary. This is about 4 months, January, February, March, and April. Okay. And you get a summary. Okay. And so I got the summary the other day, and I always look at them. And so they had charged Medicare this, it's called ND Medical Solutions, LLC. And the phone number, if you call the phone number, it's just a busy phone number. I mean, you know. And anyway, so in January, February, March, and April, they charged Medicare $2,700 all 4 months. And it was for me, and it says for intermittent urinary catheter with insertion supplies. So each month, January, February, March, and April. So it said, of course, that wasn't me because, you know, if I would have had that, I would have known it, right?
Right.
So
that's
anyway,
true. Probably that doesn't slip by very easily.
Yeah, really. Anyway, so for all 4 months. Anyway, so the Medicare approved amount, it says amount supplier charge was $10,800. Medicare approved amount $10,800. Amount Medicare paid $8,467. Well, you know, that's totally fraud.
Yes.
So I called them, and by the way, the Medicare number that they used on the front, they only give you the last four, kind of like Social Security. But anyway, the last four of my Medicare, which doesn't even match my Medicare number.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I called them, and they were very nice, and they were very prompt and everything like that. But she told me that more than likely I wouldn't hear anything back from them, but she said that they would pursue it. But I just got to thinking, this person or these people, if they did this, now that's just me, $8,467 I paid this guy for me. Just think if he submitted that to thousands of people. I mean, I don't know how they could correct this, but you would think that if he submitted it under a fake Medicare number,
Yeah.
that the computer would have caught that and said, no, this is something's not right.
Mm.
So anyway, I thought you would find it interesting. It's just another thing that, and I hope that people check their summaries to make sure that they're correct. So it's a wonder that it's no wonder that they have billions and billions of dollars of waste. So anyway, I was just saying that. The only other thing I was thinking about over the weekend is, when I was young, I used to go to the bars to try to pick up girls, right?
You did?
Well, yeah, all you had to do is have a cool car, some good music, and a few drinks, right?
That's right.
Well, now I'm old and I go to Walmart to pick them up, but you got to have a forklift. Check you later. Bye.
But
I would come back from that one.
Hey.
Thank you for your call. And for our daily reminder that Obamacare sucks. Not a single Republican voted for it, and it's destroyed the healthcare system in our country.
Let's fix it.
Let's fix it.
Call it what you want. Do whatever you want.
Did you see what Marjorie Taylor said yesterday? She said, if there were to be detailed pricing transparency in the healthcare industry, from doctors, surgeries, treatments, pharmacists, literally everything directly to patients, without health insurance, would that appeal to you? Like concierge and or a la carte medical care that frees doctors and common prescriptions out of the burdens of the current system to lower costs? I know obviously it wouldn't be for everyone, but it could appeal to many. In other words, those who are paying $1,800 a month with a $7,000 to $10,000 deductible, if that money could pay directly for care without going to insurance companies and instead directly to your own healthcare needs, how many people would that appeal to? I would think quite a few, wouldn't you?
I don't care what you call it. I don't care if it's Trump, Kamala, Hillary, Richard Nixon's ghost. If you fix it, I don't care who does it. It doesn't bother me. I just want them to come together and fix this problem. If Trump does it, I'll love him forever. If you fix it, just fix this problem. It's ridiculous. Yep. It's the biggest scam in the history of the world.
Yep, it is. All right, another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Well, I almost couldn't wait till Monday. I was going to hunt you out for the weekend. I just can't say it more. Congratulations on the Brewer win.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
If you have no idea, there is nothing that makes me more happy in Chicago than when the Cubs lose. It's just a wonderful thing because they ruined the city. I'm sorry, they literally almost ruined baseball. But let's face it, I'm sorry, I'm a South Side Sox guy my whole life, and I've watched the I've just
they
watched
ruined
the
Steve Bartman's life.
On the north side. Pardon?
They ruined Steve Bartman's life.
They did.
They did. Absolutely. Oh, it's unbelievable. And I'll tell you, I was there. I wasn't in the stadium. I was just outside of it that day. And I'll tell you, being the anti-Cub fan that I am, I was happy. But the sadness was so heavy. And I mean, if you laughed or even chuckled or they saw a smirk on your face, they were going to beat you down. I mean, just beat you down. I couldn't blame them. They waited a long time, but they still had to wind up waiting longer. Oh, that's too bad, Cub fans. You're going to have to do it again. But anyway, I will say, beyond the one thing that went on in the city was extremely unsafe over the weekend.
Yeah,
that's for sure. And I want to say everybody needs to make sure that they're reporting crime in your city as well down there, because the trend is to not report anything and then to get on. I don't know if you saw our wonderful city mayor in his bulletproof vest saying there's no war zone going on. But meanwhile, just steps from City Hall, somebody got stabbed and the cops never came and wouldn't report it. So yeah, that's going on nationwide, folks, nationwide. So just be prepared. And this week will be absolutely hot. I'll be trying to call in a couple of days. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I want everybody to keep an eye on the crypto markets. $20 billion was liquidated in nearly minutes after Trump put out a tweet saying 100% tariffs on China. So things are being a little bit manipulated, I think, in some certain ways, and I just don't want it to affect any of our fellow man, anyone that's getting into the markets or anything like that. Just be really wary and take that from a 30-year tech guy who's been there, done that, and sees how this stuff moves in and out, data's moved. just be wary and be on your toes at all times, and hopefully we can keep the conversation going here. And let's go Brewers. Let's go Brewers. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you, man.
I'm just beyond happy. You got it, Al.
Thank you for giving us Andrew Vaughn, too.
Whatever you need, Al. You know I'm right here for you, too.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one, Steve. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, we'll take a break. More talk back. Coming up.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Some optimism on Wall Street today. President Trump seeming to soften his tough stance on China trade over the weekend. He backpedaled on his tariff threats against Beijing and signaled potential willingness to negotiate. New York Stock Exchange is open for trading today. The bond market is closed for Columbus Day. If you have some nice jewelry or some gold bars or coins, they're worth more today. Gold surging to a new all-time high. Silver skyrocketing to its highest in decades. There's a historic short squeeze going on in London. Oracle is hosting a big 4-day AI World Conference in Vegas today. Sources say Warner Brothers has rejected a takeover approach from rival Paramount Skydance. Target is testing the sale of hemp-derived THC beverages at a handful of locations, and Lyft is ending a test that showed some drivers how often a passenger tips. That's after the test triggered backlash on social media from some customers. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
Starting a business can be overwhelming, especially when you do it alone. Don't do it alone. Take control of your future with a Janney King Gulf Coast franchise. With Janney King, you get guaranteed initial growth, reliable operational support, and ongoing education to set you up for success. Janney King has built a proven system that gives you the tools to take control of your future confidently and with the support you need to thrive. The future is yours today at JannyKingCleans.com.
Janney King, the king of clean.
Tired of noisy neighbors? Want to keep pets in and problems out? Sounds like you need a Promo Fence. At Promo Fencing and Lawn Care, our fences don't just work, they wow. From classic cedar and pine privacy fences to durable chain link, sleek metal, and aluminum, even decorative fencing. We've got something for every home, yard, or business, big or small, residential or commercial, all with free estimates, expert installs, and small town customer care. Promo Fencing and Lawn Care. Fences that feel like home.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms do apply.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250, micro.
So we're starting out a beautiful week of weather. Good morning. Sunny skies at our Monday. 87 will be the afternoon high. Winds pretty much light and variable throughout the day. Tonight, clear skies down to 56 for the overnight low. And on Tuesday, another beautiful day with sunny skies. Afternoon highs near 89. Looks great for us now through the end of the week. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
Talk back. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
I kind of want to go back to what we were talking about before, the Marjorie Taylor Greene stuff. I think the avid political watchers are just in shock of her slight breakaways of some of the MAGA talking points. Not against MAGA, but just saying that more needs to be done. And some of the things that they promised are not getting done yet, or focused on, she claims.
Yeah.
You know, that's true populism. You're going through the problems and trying to come up with a solution of the problems of everyday, normal Americans. When you're talking about the stock market's doing great, no one cares.
Yeah.
You know, normal everyday Americans are trying to buy groceries, and the groceries prices haven't fallen.
Right.
Still can't buy, a lot of people can't buy a house. Like normal everyday American things. And I believe healthcare is a normal everyday American thing that affects us greatly. Fix it. I don't care how we fix it. Come up with a solution. I don't care what party does it. Or we would love it if it was both parties.
Mm-hmm.
They can come together.
Yeah.
And you got populist factions of those parties on both sides that would probably come together and try and come up with some sort of solution. Maybe. We'll see.
It's interesting, though. I feel like there are more Republicans that are willing to stand against kind of their leadership or, on certain issues than you find. It seems like the Democrats are almost more always lost.
I don't agree with that. Marjorie Taylor is the only one that I've seen lately. And maybe Rand Paul over one issue, which was the socialism policies of the Trump administration.
Also, the guy from Kentucky, Tom, who am I thinking of? But
Don?
No, not Don. It'll come to me in a second. But
what was it over?
Just in general, like he's willing to speak out or criticize. Especially I've seen Republicans that are concerned over the level of spending that continues. Thomas Massey.
Oh yeah, I did see. Maybe you're right. I did see some Republicans come out against the Trump administration's take on Russia, saying he got Israel right, but Russia he's completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the moral equivalency with Russia and Ukraine, not speaking against what Russia's doing. So maybe so.
The tough thing with politics, though, also is you never know where they're getting their money from. So they tend to voice where the money's coming from.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yep. Okay, let's go to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, that guy from Chicago calling about crypto. Epic Times had an article a few weeks ago. I've been wanting to call about it, but I'd forget about it or it was never the right time. But anyway, the article was about crypto exchanges getting hacked. Crypto coins getting stolen. It said in the first half of 2025, more than $2.17 billion was stolen from cryptocurrency services. The biggest one is North Korea's Lazarus Group, state-sponsored hacking entity employed an elaborate, multifaceted scheme, steal $1.5 billion from Dubai-based crypto exchange Bybit. And then they talked about another Coinbase. They were hacked, stole $400 million in cryptocurrencies. Another one, decentralized GMX, confirmed they had more than $40 million worth of crypto had been stolen during the incident.
Okay.
I looked up on the internet and was reading about it also, and the Bitcoin is the only exchange that has not been hacked. So I don't know. I don't understand crypto anyway. I wouldn't invest in it myself, but I'm more like a Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, I'll readily admit I don't know enough about it. I probably need to spend more time looking at it. We've had a young man a few months ago, Christopher Zweifeld, who came on and talked about it. Obviously, we have Brad in Chicago, who's done a lot of research on it. There is a lot to know, and I understand for a lot of people how it can be a scary thing. And I would imagine that if, like some other things, if you don't know what you're doing, you could potentially lose a lot of money. I would probably say you may be safer going through some kind of brokerage that deals with it. If they're credible with other things, they probably would be with that as well, at least to make it a part of your portfolio in some way. But
well, I think the majority of Americans are just having a hard time putting money aside for retirement.
Yeah.
And it takes what? The new numbers, $1.7 million is what you're expected to have for retirement at this time.
That's what they say, but
let's just focus on actual everyday American things that we can make their lives better. Then we can focus on.
You were talking about healthcare. I mean, what I'd love to see is let's change. And Bush tried to do this to try to privatize Social Security, because if people put their money into some kind of, I'll call it a government guaranteed account, and you're getting interest on that, compound interest over 40 years of your working career or 50, My goodness, you would retire with a chunk instead of getting your paltry $2,500 a month from Social Security. That, they'll turn right around and give the same money to illegal immigrants. It's just insane. So, all right, thanks for the call. We appreciate that. And we need to take a break. We'll come back with more.
KSYL. Central Louisiana has what it takes. Strong workforce, perfect location, and a legacy of getting things done. That's why Beaver Lake Renewable Energy is producing clean fuel in Pineville, investing $2.5 billion, bringing 1,100 construction jobs, 600 permanent jobs, and millions in local tax revenue. Made here, powered by us. Visit BeaverLakeEnergy.com and see how we're putting
attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
It's Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL.
All right, let's get back to the calls. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
And so, that mayor, the new mayor of New Orleans, none of that stuff she was talking about, she wants to do is going to happen unless they do something about that crime first.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
I used to live in New Orleans, but when I was here, I went down to New Orleans just for a Saturday. I drove down there, parked at the farmer's market, and when I was leaving, I always left before it got dark. And when I was leaving, there was these two guys parked behind me in a truck exactly like mine. And I waved at them, how you doing? Got in the truck, Joe, come on back to Alexandria. When I got back to Alexandria, I noticed my spare tire was gone.
What? Wow.
Yeah. I was dragging that little cable the whole way back. I got really upset about that at first. Then I said, no, those guys must be doing really bad in order to have to go around stealing people's spare tires.
Hey, spare tires are expensive. I feel bad for you. That's awful.
It was about $150, but I feel sorry for them because they got to go around stealing people's spare tires.
No, don't feel sorry for them. They need to go to jail. And that's kind of a normal thing. And you can expect your windows to get broken out over there. Yeah.
It's a mindset. Yeah. The only thing you can do with people, if they have that mindset, is punish them and put them in jail.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, well, y'all have a great day.
Thanks, man. I mean, we make it so complicated.
Did you see that Wall Street Journal report? You saw the Trump RX stuff, right? Sounds like a great idea, and it could be a really good idea.
Yeah.
Direct to the consumer. It looks like one of the companies that is going to be a part of that, his son Don Jr. is on the board that will benefit as well as Lutnick's family. It's always something like that. And you can still have a good idea.
Right.
But it's the same elites making all this money while Americans suffer. Or Americans aren't living as lavishly as they would like to, right?
Yeah.
It's just little things like that that ruins it. Like if you have a good plan, and that's true. Right. It sounds like a Hunter Biden thing when he's on that board. Like, what does Don Jr. know about pharmaceuticals?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I think that's what Americans are tired of.
No, I agree.
And they're going to overplay their hand, and people are just going to get tired of it.
Yeah.
And
then it'll be a revolution.
But that's the thing, you got to be we hope not, and it might cause some unsavory results if there was something like that. But if the top keeps just screwing over the everyday American, it's going to cause some things to happen.
Yep.
And you keep separating that wealth. Like, that's just common sense, you know?
Yep.
And I think they know that. It comes to a point where it's got to get better.
I mean, just go and look at the statistics on the wealth transfer that occurred during the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
It's just breathtaking.
And it's not like me criticizing Republicans, or it's both.
Yeah. No,
it's awful.
Right.
But I think we allow it too much. And we just kind of like turn and like, well, that's just our guy,
Well, I think because most people are like, well, what can I do about it?
100%.
So
but I think it takes people we elect to try and fix that.
Yeah.
And make some actual reforms.
All right, let's take another call. Good morning, you're on Talkback. Hello, good morning. Are you there? All right. Guess they're not.
Not there.
So, a story you did on Friday, you posted on Friday, has to do with several state lawmakers have written a letter to President Trump asking him to put a stop to what's known as 45Q tax credits. That's basically the funding mechanism that is leading to all of these carbon capture and sequestration projects. And you talked with State Representative Rodney Shammerhorn, who's closer to the western part of our listening area.
Natchitoches, yeah.
Yeah. So here's what he had to say. I'll play that and we'll come back and talk about it.
This would get solved if the funding went away.
We are seeing more Louisiana lawmakers speak out against carbon capture and sequestration projects. So several Louisiana lawmakers sent a letter to President Trump calling on him to stop 45Q tax credits. Basically, that incentivizes companies to utilize carbon capture and sequestration projects. Proponents of CCS say that it reduces climate change, they claim, by piping CO2 emissions underneath the ground. And besides CO2 emissions, proponents also say that helps them sell their product on a global market who requires those CO2 emissions to be buried under the ground. Cenla State Representative Rodney Shammerhorn wrote the letter. He also got 19 other state lawmakers to sign onto the letter to the president, including several from Central Louisiana.
It's just asking the president and Congress to look at repealing the funding for the 45Q tax credit. We're in the belief that most of this would get solved if the funding went away. The funding is the most important key to this, and you know, the state of Louisiana, we cannot stop the funding itself. It has to go through the Congress to do it. And Representative Scott Perry from Pennsylvania, he does have a bill to actually defund it. So we've asked all of them to get on board behind him with that resolution that he's got moving forward.
So you got a couple lawmakers to sign on to that. Did you reach out to a lot more that didn't sign on, or how has that been?
It went out to everyone.
Were you hoping more would sign on? Do you think that's the number you'd get, or?
That letter has been sent by certified mail to Washington. Those letters have. So there will not be any more on this letter, but hopefully it's going to generate some excitement or some pressure calls from some of their constituents for, you know, why didn't they sign the letter? I think President Trump had even addressed it while he was at the conference that he just attended, how he even called it all a scam. So I think he's with us.
We talked to Speaker Johnson about it a couple of weeks ago when he came down to Alexandria. Kind of seemed non-committal about going either way. If Congress is the purse strings, what do you think is going to happen there?
Well, you know, I kind of prepped Speaker Johnson in a private little meeting before you asked him the question. So he had it set up, I guess, because I had asked him the hard question. And he gave me about the same answer he did to you on your interview. But if you look at the letter and the ones that signed it, there are a whole lot of representatives that represent his district. So hopefully that will be some kind of a sign on how the people are feeling.
And besides proponents saying that CCS could reduce carbon emissions, proponents of those projects also say it could boost the economy, help create jobs, put money back into local governments. Those against it say they're concerned about environmental issues, as well as eminent domain taking over people's private property for these projects.
All right. So that was Stephen talking with Rodney Shammerhorn, who is a state representative, about that letter that went out. And in terms of those who signed it, I'm trying to see if I don't know if you have it handy, all the names that were on there, but
give me a second.
I guess what was interesting was the names of the people that didn't sign it.
Let me see here. Hold up.
I know locally, Mike Johnson's on there, Chuck Owen is on there, Gabe Ferment is on there.
The ones that the local lawmakers that wouldn't be on there would be Ed Larbadane.
Yeah.
Jay Luno. We haven't heard much
was
about
it just
that.
representatives, or was it also? Was it
should have
also
been all of them.
senators?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the picture here. It's down in my.
Come on, Steven.
It's down in my feed somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for too.
Okay, so we got Danny McCormick. That is in the Shreveport area. Rodney Schermerhorn, of course. Charles Owen, or Chuck Owen, from the Vernon area. Brett Guyman, state rep from Lake Charles area. Peter Egan, District 74. Shane Mack, District 95. Beryl Amity, DeWitt Carrier. I think that's Allen Parish, right? Jason DeWitt, Rapides. Dodie Horton, Gabe Ferment, Grant Parish. Speaker Pro Temp Mike Johnson, Pineville. Trying to name some other local. Rhonda Butler, who covers parts of Rapides Parish as well.
Okay. Yeah, I just found it also. So those are all state representatives. Did they not send those to state senators? Because I don't see any state senators on there.
I could ask them.
Yeah. But anyhow, I don't know that it's going to do anything. Now, regarding the Q45 tax credits, I was listening to Moon the other day, and he said that Speaker Johnson, one in D.C., not the one in Pineville, told him that the reason the Q45 tax credits were in the big, beautiful bill, or that there wasn't a proposal to remove them, was because of the votes that they needed to get the big, beautiful bill passed. If they had taken those out, they wouldn't have had enough Senate votes.
I mean, let's be honest, too, right? Even if they might be against it a little bit, it's going to look good if they're bringing in. They're going to make it look good if they're bringing industry to Louisiana, right? That's what's going to be what it's going to be billed as.
Yeah.
So.
No, you're right. You are correct.
And that's what Johnson was even hinting towards in his soundbite. We could play it later if we find it, but that was a couple of weeks ago.
All right, let's go to another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
So the problem with this letter, now I read the letter and I saw all of the representatives around our area who signed on to it, but we were telling them about this while they were in session. While they were in session this last time, there was an uproar in our community saying we don't want this. Yet they didn't take the action then. Instead, they're going to try and do something retroactive. This is just like after Obamacare went in and the Republicans repealed Obamacare 276 times. That wasn't going to go through. You know, it's just showboating, which is so infuriating. These guys may have good intentions, but they waited too damn long. They just dropped the ball when they could have done something during the last session to stop the exactly what they were complaining about, the sequestration. They could have passed legislation to stop that, and they chose not to willingly.
You're right, because a lot of this area was taken up in committee hearings that occurred kind of right before this became a public awareness topic. And so by then, the bills had most of them all failed, actually. Failed in committee. So there wasn't much that could be done at that point because you weren't going to see new bills introduced. Now, we'll see what happens in next year's session if something were to happen. But, I mean, we've heard the governor is largely in support of this because, like Steven said, at the end of the day, it's going to make the state look good if all of a sudden, hey, look at us. We're the energy leader of America. We have all these projects that are coming, and look at how Louisiana's booming, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's the
Just
economic
wait for the
impact
first
of
catastrophe.
it. What's that?
Yeah, just wait for the first catastrophe. The first well that leaks into a water system. I mean, that's my concern. You're burying this stuff underground, and what stops it from hitting our water supplies?
Yeah. I mean, we've chronicled on both sides everything that's the pros or cons about it. At the end of the day, it's going to be the people who hold the power that'll decide whether this will be something we go forward with.
And I'll say that, and you're probably going to disagree, and it's not my opinion. I'm just kind of giving both sides. If we've seen Mike Johnson, the local Mike Johnson, Jason DeWitt, they've kind of gone on a limb and called for a special session.
Yeah.
Attended these meetings and spoke out against it. And I'm sure it's going to be a big issue in the upcoming sessions as well.
Yeah.
I hope it is. Hey, Adam, before y'all go on the Marjorie Taylor Greene thing, she's asking if people would be open to see transparent pricing. Absolutely. I mean, I think that's what we're all asking for. Is that essentially what she's asking for?
Yeah.
Is a transparent pricing?
Right. Yeah.
That's what everybody wants.
It's
We
a
want to know what it's going to
no-brainer.
cost.
It's a no-brainer. It's just sad we have to act like that's a big deal.
Right. It should be a no-brainer, but the problem is there's too many no-brains in Washington.
Too much
once
money.
they get there, the brain cells burn off. It's
their
horrible.
brain cells didn't burn. The green is blocking their brain cells.
The Green New Deals they do like are the ones that put money in their coffers.
They're a Green New Deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, man. We'll be right back.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics.
This is Dr. Jonathan Hunter with The Clinics. We provide primary, family, and chronic care along with gastroenterology, podiatry with on-site lab and x-ray services. I'm pleased to welcome family physician Dr. Noah Miller to our team. We are currently accepting new patients and same-day appointments are available. If you're admitted into the hospital, our doctors will see you there as well. Most insurance and Medicare are accepted. The Clinics on North Bolton, 445-9823, and online at theclinics.us.
Hi, I'm Rhett with Entergy Louisiana, and I'm a customer too. I'm proud to say that our rates are 33% below the national average. Every day, our team is focused on keeping costs lower for you. We take affordability personally because this is our home too. So we work harder and smarter to fight rising costs while also improving reliability for years to come. This isn't just my job, it's a commitment to my community. Together, we power life. Entergy.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for Monday's AFR presented by Relief Windows. We'll recap LSU, South Carolina, and Saints Pats from the Dome. We'll also hear from Brian Kelly. So join us for Monday's AFR from 3 to 6. Alexandria's 94.7 ESPN.
It's Talkback, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
And we are back with the last minute of the show for today. Steven, what are you working on today?
Police story is a big story. I think the ambulance stuff is going to come back up again. Looks like it's on the agenda. And it got pretty crazy last time, so we'll see what happens. And I don't know if any decisions will be made, but stuff will be discussed, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah. So keep it on Stephen Maxwell TV or Sunlaw Broadcasting on Facebook if you'd like to follow what's going on throughout the day. And knowing you, there'll be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 other things that you end up covering today.
We'll see. Might be a slower day, but
that's true because of the Columbus holiday. Maybe it's a little slower. But every time you say it's going to be slow, that's usually when it ends up being crazy busy.
Yeah, knock on the wood. So.
All right, tomorrow Nathan will be here. I think it's Pineville Day tomorrow, City of Pineville Day. So I assume Mayor Bishop will be here. I'll find out later today and let you folks know. And then I'll be back again on Wednesday. Wednesday we'll have Jeff Powell on the show. We'll also have Greg Walker here. So that'll be a lot of fun. What are you doing at 7 o'clock tonight?
Hoping the best for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll be wishing you well. I might have it on the background. We'll see.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a great Monday. We'll talk
They've
with
been
you.
winning and I haven't watched.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of